Hey there, students! Happy 4th of July to you. As soon as I'm finished with this sparkler, I'm going to hit my grill and I'm going to grill some steaks. I'm going to pursue happiness, which July 4th is all about pursuing happiness and celebrating the principles outlined in the Declaration of Independence, which some people have questions about. Okay, so when we think about Jefferson says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, people ask me, why the pursuit of happiness? What does that mean? And why did Jefferson choose to modify what Locke said? Because life and liberty he does verbatim, and then he modifies Locke when he gets the pursuit of happiness. So let's think about this. Now, first of all, the Declaration of Independence is a manifesto of freedom. That the reason the colonists are declaring their independence is because they believe that they have not been awarded the freedom that was their right as British citizens. So they were going to go off on their own to try to gain more freedom. So I have the right, first of all, to life, the right to my person, the right to be safe. Then I have the right to liberty. I have the right to express myself. Really think about your First Amendment rights, your freedom of speech, petition, assembly, religion, and Rick Perry moment here, but there are 5 of them. It's a holiday, so just bear with me. And then there's the pursuit of happiness. Well, while liberty is about political freedom, press, that's the other one. All right, so political freedom is liberty, but then the pursuit of happiness is about economic freedom. It is about a system of free enterprise that the colonists felt like the British government was interfering with. The system of free enterprise that led to me getting this steak here. And this is all about economic freedom, which freedom is not complete without economic freedom. Some people think, okay, if I can express myself, if I can speak freely and have whatever religion I want, then I'm free. But then, what about your right to work whatever job you want? What about your right when you're paid for doing that job to be able to spend that money as you would please? What about when you go into business to be free from undue regulatory burdens that'll keep you from doing business? And that's what this is about. It is about economic freedom, which complements the political freedom and establishes a truly free people. Keep in mind that most of these disputes with Britain, between the colonists and Britain, had been about economic freedom. You think of the Stamp Act, the Townshend Acts, the Sugar Act, the Tea Act. All of these things compromise the economic freedom of the colonists. And for anybody that thinks in terms of, okay, well, freedom is just about my freedom to express myself politically or religiously or something like that, Ronald Reagan said in his speech, A Time for Choosing, he said, the government cannot control the economy without controlling people. And when it sets out to do that, it must use force and coercion to achieve its aims. And that is what the British government was doing, that eventually you see a showdown between the British government and the colonists over this issue primarily of economic freedom. So I have a right as an American to do what I do, to teach, and then when I get paid for teaching, that the tax burden is fair and it's by my consent, and then I can go spend the money on what I want and go get this steak from somebody who grew the cows on a ranch or raised the cows or whatever you do with cows, and then a butcher pursued happiness by cutting up these steaks, and then I pursued happiness by buying them and eating them. And that is what being an American is all about, and celebrating these principles in the Declaration of Independence, not only about being safe as a person and being able to express myself politically and religiously, but also being able in general to do what I want. And that's what we're all doing today on July 4th, and what we should really do as much as possible every day. And what sets America apart is not only our freedom to express ourselves politically and religiously, but also our freedom to do as we please, to pursue happiness. That I may not always be happy, sometimes I might fail, but at least it's my failure, and it's not a failure because barriers have been erected against my happiness happiness by government. So when it comes down to it, the Declaration of Independence, the principles of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, it's all about freedom. And hopefully you're joining me in my celebration of freedom today and the principles of the Declaration of Independence. If you haven't subscribed already, do that. Visit my website, Twitter, Instagram, all of that good stuff. I'm going to grill these steaks, but I'll be back. Until next time.